Filipino, aswang, kapre, tikbalang, and etc. The word aswang originated from aswang, meaning dog, because it usually takes the form of a dog. Aswangs appear during the day as irregular simple people and shift into their eerie forms at night to hunt their human prey, mostly children and pregnant women. They might appear as a dog, bird, or pig, but different in some ways for the reason that aswangs have long proboscis-like tongues and are described as walking with their feet backward. Aswangs have the ability to transform other things like plants to discard and replace the corpse using a doppelganger of one of their victims. There are kinds of aswang, which is dadanag, beberlang, mandurugo, manananggal, and sigbin. Aswang legend may be used to explain some unsolved crimes in the Philippines. When a person is brutally killed or murdered or disappears, maybe it is easier to attribute the crime to the demon. There are ways on how to determine the aswang during daytime. They have a bloodshot eyes since they are awake at night hunting prey, and when you look closely to their eyes, you will see your reflection upside down. And as for their weaknesses, they can be repelled by garlic and religion artifacts and can be killed by a whip made of a stingray's tail. Next is kapre. The term kapre or kafre was derived from the Arabic term kafir or a non-believer in African. They are characterized as a menacing creature that seek refuge in big trees like balete tree. A lustful creature who plays tricks to his victims. Kapre is described as a tree giant, 7 to 9 feet tall, hairy, dark-colored, and muscular creature. They are believed to be tricky, but also fell in love with beautiful women. They are not as evil as the other creature, as long as humans don't disturb their place. They can show themselves to whoever they want anytime. Tikbalang or the demon horse. It is a creature believed to be lurking in the forests and mountains in the Philippines. Philippines often describe them as a reverse centaur, as the body of a horse and the torso and the head of a man, just like the tikbalang, who has the head of a horse and body of a human. They have a superhuman strength, immortality, with varied occult powers. They enjoy scaring, attacking, and harassing women in order for them to reproduce. But tikbalang can be tamed by human by obtaining some of his hair before he devours the victim. After that, they will be able to force them to do their bidding. Duende. The name duende comes from the Spanish duende, meaning owner of the house. They are commonly described as an old man or nuno with the height of a child dwelling beneath the earth. Their tales scare the children and make them behave. It is also up to them if they want to use their power. They can bring enchanted gifts to their human friends, as well as they can make someone who have offended and hurt them to suffer with unusual diseases that can be cured by medical interventions. That is why we are instructed by the elders to excuse ourselves by saying tabi-tabi po whenever we are passing by a soil formation or in any secluded areas. Tiyanak is a small humanoid who pretends to be like an innocent baby before attacking humans. They have sharp teeth, pointed ears, bloodshot eyes, and disproportionate legs. Tiyanak disguises itself as an abandoned baby in the forest or field to attack passerby, and when picked up, it will shift to its true form and will kill the victim by biting and mauling them. Mangkukulam is a term used to people who practice sorcery. They often do it for revenge or do evil things to people. They perform the rituals during midnight of Tuesday or Friday or during the Holy Week. Kulam is an old belief about black magic, commonly done by doing ritual. There are several people who ask them to do it in exchange of money, and according to old beliefs, They bring magical insects or worms inside the body of the victim, and in order to do so, they need the body parts or any belonging of the victim. The voodoo doll represents the body of the victim, and when she starts to pick or prick any parts of the doll, the victim will feel excruciating pain each time she pricks the doll. Albulario or herbal doctors are known to have knowledge to cure a kulam. Mangkukulam can pass their magic to their family or children or to anyone who they wishes to. Batibat is a vengeful spirit in Ilocano folklores. It takes the form of a huge, old, fat woman who resides in trees. These spirits are blamed as the cause of fatal nocturnal disease called bangungot or sands. They are believed to live in trees, and when cut for housing purpose, they will never leave the tree and will watch over when you are trying to sleep or sleeping. Lastly, Diwata. The term Diwata was taken on various levels of meaning since its assimilation into the mythology of the pre-colonial Filipinos, but its origin is in the Devata, beings from Hinduism and Buddhism. They are described as beautiful women who protects the forests and mountains in the Philippines. They are less dangerous, not like the other creatures who harass and attack humans. They are the guardian of the forest, and so, only if you do bad things or destroy the forest, she will punish you and give you a lesson. This is all for this topic. Thank you for listening.